No Xiong, everyone. Hi. I'm trying to learn Hmong. I'm telling Fu, you gotta teach me. Hi everyone, Crissy Gallardo. Really excited and humbled to be able to be part of your gathering to fundraise for Fu Xiong. Again, I'm from Merced. I'm the proud daughter of immigrants, and I am Fu's campaign manager. Growing up in Merced as a young person, it was definitely difficult for me. My parents were immigrants. I was the first one in my family to go to school. My parents always instilled in me, like, education matters. You need to be contributing to the community. And I got a job at a young age. I wanted to stay local, but everyone around me told me that in order to succeed, I needed to leave my community. And unfortunately, my older siblings, they fell into the school to prison pipeline. And I know I share that with y'all today because that's a reality, not just for my community, but for the Hmong community and other communities of color, right? And so when people around me, teachers, family members, they said, you need to leave Merced, get as far away as you can, and pursue higher education. I was very fortunate to get into UC Berkeley, where I studied peace and conflict studies. And thank you so much, right? I share that because higher education really changed my life. Being a first-generation student, I was exposed to what was possible for my people in my community. And so I decided to move back. I left the Bay Area and I said, after college, I'm going back to Merced because I know that most of my friends did not make it to UC Berkeley or to college. I know that my brother is still locked up at Sandy Mush in Merced, and that I need to change the conditions of the community. And so going back for the last 10 years now, I've been able to organize alongside of women, immigrant and refugee communities, formerly incarcerated people, and most importantly, young people, Hmong youth, Latino youth, and Black youth. And it was through this organizing work, y'all, that I met Fu. Through authentic grassroots work. As the director of a nonprofit, I had seen many community members show up, but Fu stood out to me. So when he asked and said, are you willing to be part of my campaign? I had to say yes. Because I know that Fu's leadership is authentic. Fu is someone who I respect because he throws down, not just being in the forefront of movement, but standing alongside of those directly impacted. Fu was there at city council meetings with young people till 11 at night, 12 a.m., saying, Mr. Mayor, you must invest ARPA money into the Hmong community, into youth jobs and affordable housing. He's been with the community, not just to show up and say, I'm here because I want to run for office, but most importantly, because these are his values, and he knows that we need to change Merced. And so, I also want to share, right, like a win, if once Fu wins for Merced City Council, it's going to be a win for the Latino community. My community stands behind Fu Xiong 1,010%. It's going to be a win for the Black community. I've been organizing in Merced for a decade, and I made it a priority to talk to Black elders in our community. And they said, we stand behind Fu because we've seen him show up and speak about the need to invest in our community. And that's what solidarity looks like. That's just who Fu is. His word, he speaks his values, and he shows up physically to help all communities. And I also want to share, like, Fu is just like me. He is from an immigrant and refugee family. He went to our Merced high schools, right? He graduated from UHAC Colony High School as a valedictorian. I didn't do that when I went to Alvarado High School, but Fu did. He was valedictorian, y'all. And he studied chemical engineering at UC Davis. He is a hazardous substances engineer working with California State Department of Toxic Substances and Control. His knowledge and commitment to cleaning up our neighborhoods and the environment have landed Fu as a project manager for DTSC's largest cleanup project. the Exide residential cleanup down in Los Angeles. Fu writes contracts, develops burn rates, and manages the Exide budget of $560 million, right? He does this at his job. And trust, something that I value about Fu is that all those skills that he has as an engineer, he shares with our community. And he's brought those expertise to Merced. He reads every city council meeting. Sometimes I don't even read it, I hit a Fu, and I know he's gonna know all the details because he looks through all the contracts, and when he shows up to city council, the mayor is scared and all other council members because Fu will show up with facts. He will straight up know what questions to ask. He's even pointed out when on city contracts, there's information missing. He's even noted when there's typos on the agendas. Fu will show up with the facts, the data, and ask really important questions. He's committed to making Merced a better city, and he's more than ready. I wouldn't stand here today and speak about Fu with my heart and with my utmost regard if I didn't see him in action at those city council meetings. He holds our current city council accountable. He knows what he's talking about, and when he asks questions, he puts their feet to the fire because sometimes they don't know what to answer because he knows more than the current council members. He's a Hmong youth leader who's gonna bring fresh ideas to our community and needs our support. I'm also really excited to be able to share that a civil rights leader in the world and also for my community, a huge farm worker rights activist, Dolores Huerta, endorsed Fu Xiong. Right? Dolores Huerta, who organized alongside of Cesar Chavez, said Fu Xiong is the best choice for Merced. And this is the first time that she's endorsing a city council candidate. Because she believes and she knows that Fu is gonna build a Merced for all of us. I also wanna lift up that when Fu gets elected, right, Mai said it, he's gonna be the youngest city council member for Merced City, and I know that Fu is not just going to think about the Hmong community, he's gonna think about all communities that make up the majority of the city. It's our time, Fu. Merced City is 75% Latino, Black, Hmong, and Punjabi, and Fu's the candidate that's gonna represent us and make sure that we have governing power and that decisions are made based on our lived experiences so that it's not just the majority of what white people think, but that it's actually governing power that represents what Merced City looks like. And so, thank you, Fu, for being this leader and taking that bold step to say that you're gonna run and that you're gonna put in the work to build a Merced for all of us. And last thing, y'all saw the pictures? Fu has the support of young people in our community. We really, our movement is gonna be youth-led. Our movement is people-powered. You all, with your donations today, are making our campaign powerful. You all, I wanna invite y'all to show up to Merced, make that drive to our city and canvas with us, go door knocking, or if you want a phone bank with us, we'll set that up too. Come out to Merced, go back to your community and be part of this historic moment because no other campaign has been ran like ours. Ours is being led by youth, it's being led with heart, and we're shifting the way that politics are ran in Merced so that it's just, fair, and actually inclusive for everyone that calls Merced home. Thank you all so much for your time.